Fox family. In spring, Mother Fox gave birth to 5 little foxes, all gray and black. After a month, the 5 little foxes' fur on the belly turned white, and the fur on their backs turned reddish-brown. Little foxes were very lively. They jumped around, sometimes like kittens, chasing their tails to play. How cute! After some time, their appetites grew, and the mother fox didn't have enough milk for them. Father Fox went out to find food. He had to hunt 5 frogs and 5 wolves every time, because he had 5 babies. One day, the sun went down. The moon showed up in the sky and the woods were quiet. Father Fox went looking for food again. Little foxes and their mother waited and waited for a whole day, only to see the father fox coming back with a big pheasant in its mouth. Mother Fox got very happy and hurried to greet him with a whimper, as if saying,
"The children are all hungry, and now there is food." Yes, how hard it is for Father Fox to feed 5 children.
Father Fox tore up the big pheasant and shared it with Mother Fox and little foxes. However, it stood on one side and looked at it without even tasting it. Another day, there was a strong wind, and it was very difficult to find food in this weather. Father Fox and Mother Fox went out together, pricked their ears in the grass, and only heard the wind calling, no other sound. When strong wind blows, many small animals hide in their dens. Father Fox and Mother Fox waited for a long time. Suddenly, a hare ran past them. Father Fox hurriedly caught up with the hare and took it home. Little foxes were so hungry that they all came to eat seeing the hare, except the youngest fox, who stood motionless with a pair of shiny eyes staring at Father Fox. It was probably thinking,
"Dad, teach us how to catch hares and wolves. Once we have learned, we can go find food by ourselves."
Father Fox saw the child's thoughts and shook his head as if saying, "Children, you are still young. Learn when you grow up." Autumn was here, and the wind blew the grass and leaves yellow. It got difficult for Father Fox to find food. One day it was walking around the forest, and suddenly it smelled wolves in a tree hole. It waited for a while, and there really was a field mouse sticking its head out of the hole. Father Fox jumped over, caught it, and went home happily. Mother Fox stood at the entrance of the cave and stopped Father Fox. Father Fox understood the reason. He tore the mouse into 5 pieces, buried them in 5 places, and asked the children to use their noses to find the food. Little foxes used their smell senses. Suddenly, the youngest fox yelled out for joy. It said,
"I found it! I found it! I found it!"
It had the talent of smelling the mouse from a long distance. Later, the first, second, third, and fourth all found the mouse buried in the ground. Their parents were very happy, relaxed that the children will find food for themselves. Winter was here. Now it was more difficult to find food because many small animals slept in their dens and did not wake up until next spring. Some animals moved to a warm place. The fox family had moved to another place. One day, when the day was bright, they set off. Along the way, Father and Mother Foxes could smell the places the little animals hid. Every time they smelled one, they let the little foxes smell it with their noses and taught them how to catch little animals. After catching the small animals, they ate them separately. And when, after finishing, they played.
You bite me, I bite you. You ride on my back, and I lie on your back while making fun.
Look how affectionate they were. As they walked all the way, Father suddenly sensed that a hunter was coming and immediately asked little foxes to follow Mother Fox and hide behind the big rock. Father Fox himself ran in the other direction, screaming while running, deliberately leading the hunter away. When little foxes and their mothers hid, Father Fox ran quickly away. Little foxes grew up slowly and were as tall as their mother. They had learned many skills and could find food by themselves. They had sharp eyes to see far. They had a very sharp nose to distinguish all kinds of smells. And they also learned the sounds of various animals to draw them out. One day, Father and Mother Fox were suddenly lost. Little foxes waited at home from dusk to dawn and from morning until night. They waited so many days and nights, and they haven't seen their parents come back. Later they realized that since they knew to catch small animals and find food, they had to live by themselves. Their parents left them, went far away, never to return.